What is up, core coaching community? I got my friend Lachelle Adkins here with me today. I'm so excited. This is going to be a great conversation. If you guys don't know America's Supermom, you're going to get the chance to meet her today. And I don't know, there's probably lots I could say, but I'll turn it over to you. Tell us about yourself, Lachelle.
Awesome. I'm glad to be here. I just love our conversations. We just get reminded that, God is God. Okay. As we were talking about before we got on this recording. But yes, I'm known as America's Supermom. My husband and I have 15 children. So, in addition to that, I'm a podcast host and a speaker. And really, I just say all things media. I use all platforms to help spread the message of the importance of mental wellness. So, I struggled with depression for 13 years. I was hospitalized 3 times. And I'm passionate about really letting people know what depression looks like because it's not the same for everybody. So a lot of my struggle was I thought depression was being in the bed, not doing anything. So as I was accomplishing many of the tasks that I did every day, week, and month, I thought surely that's not my issue. And so, needless to say, it took 13 years of finding out what it was in my life. And so now I'm passionate about sharing with other women some strategies and ways that they can be best versions of themselves.
I love that. Yeah, I love your story. Every time, and I know this is kind of our joke now and probably other people's too, but when I think my life is overwhelming or stressful or any of this, it's like I need one of those bracelets, that say, what would Lachelle do? Right? Like 15 kids. It's like, what do you have to complain about?
Hey, run and hide is the way. Okay. Run and hide. Find you a quiet area and stay there.
Oh, that's it. That's so true. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
So, your big thing is really about connection, and you're so good at it, and you have such a large network, and that's been a really big thing for you. Tell us a little bit about that and how you kind of spread the word out there and what you do in the world.
Yeah, that was the biggest lesson I learned through my depression. So I was raised as a high achiever. Academics was the key to everything. So, I always sought that validation by high marks in school and being named, for honor rolls and, accolades. It was a very competitive mindset. So I learned quickly after my own experiences that I'm not an island and you don't have to seek the validation of other people. And I had to let go of my ego, because I thought I could have anything I wanted if I worked hard enough for it. And that was my daughter, Hope. I know people are like, now she's just sitting there talking. I'm so used to it. And she's used to getting on camera.
You're so good. You were so good at it. I'd be like,
so I just wanted to let y'all know I did see somebody next to my arm. Okay. But, so anyway, I just learned that I can't do it all and I can't be all things to all people. And I thought for so long asking for help was a sign of weakness. So I've learned as I evolve daily, really, and sometimes hourly, that I don't know everything and that I can accomplish so much more with collaboration. So that's really what has catapulted me to where I am today because, I make connections and I just bring them in like family. And it's so much easier to get anything accomplished when you're working with a team rather than by yourself.
Yep. Yep. I think that's a great message. And, you need a team with 15 kids and everything. So it's like, what a perfect lesson to teach other people. Right. And it's funny how we know that personally. And then sometimes we forget that in our business. I did the same thing. Okay. Right. So I was like, I can do it all. I can be the accountant. I can be the bookkeeper. I can be the social media guy. I can be the thing. Right. And it's like, no, I can't.
Right. Yeah. You're going to drop the ball somewhere. And I think, because you can do it, but you realize there's limits to it, and what I'm learning is there's enough abundance for everybody. I really don't want to do it. I want the freedom to, oh, I'm tired. I want to take the afternoon off and being able to, or I don't want to work on Mondays. I don't want to work on Fridays, and doing that. So you can't have both things. I think sometimes we lose the fact that there's opportunity costs.
Yep.
Yeah, you can have freedom with your time, but what are you doing to build up for that so that you have that as even an option? Because if you stop working a lot of times as an entrepreneur, if you don't have your business set up right,
Mhm.
then you're not going to have any money to pay any bills.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, 100%. I know it. Yes. You know, and that's kind of the funny thing, right? It's like in a regular brick and mortar business, right? It's like we have people to help us. We have support staff. And there's this kind of like thing that people I think about in terms of becoming an online, coach and all of this stuff, that you don't need all of that stuff. And um that's really like, it takes a lot of pressure to hold that whole bag up on your own. We're trying to cut costs and we're trying to do it as cheaply as possible, but we're sacrificing our own mental health and our wellness and our ability to do other things besides work.
So
Surprising.
true.
Yeah, there's got to be
Yeah.
other things. Yeah. So that's what's
So,
cool. That I love that about your message, because it's like, even with how busy your life is,
mhm.
you still find time to run your business. You still find time to connect. You still find time to go to church. You still, right? It's like you still have a whole rest of your life. And I think that message is like absolutely so important.
Yeah, well, and I think, one of the things to bring up too is when people have connections, let that be an authentic thing. I mean, you and I have conversations, and most of the people that I have introduced you to, just using yourself as an example, I take time to talk to them.
Yeah.
When you guys get together, you have a commonality of, hey, she does that with me, or she does that with me,
Yep.
because it takes work to do it. But when you're around like-minded people, you get that give and take, and so it comes back to you,
That's right.
so you're able to have the bandwidth to keep doing it because you both had the same mindset about it.
Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you reminded me of that importance too, of like connecting like-minded people that same way. And because of you, it's like I'm making much more of a point to do that, because there is so much power in building a connection and building a network, and that we all end up sharing together. And it's like, it's so much, it's like this organic network of professionals that we can all hang out with, and we can all meet up. And then we're like, hey, I know him, and hey, I know them. And it's very supporting for entrepreneurs to have something like that, so we can get the support we need when we need it, when times are tough. And yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
So you're going to be joining us on this amazing summit next week, and I'm really excited about you sharing from your experience and everything. Can you tell the audience what you're looking to share with us?
Yes. Really, it's the whole thing about our mindset. We have to realize that, we're going to have obstacles. Things can be overwhelming. I mean, you're going to be thrown curveballs, as we can all see with 2020.
Hmm.
However, if you have the right mindset, you can accomplish anything. You can overcome anything, So I love being somewhat of a poster child for the fact that if I can do it with 15 children, anybody can do it.
That's right.
And it comes from, really being able to let go of your ego and recognize that who you are, your worth is not tied to the roles you play or the position you have. It's about you being your authentic self
Hmm.
and recognizing that you're not an island and
Yeah.
that, with collaboration, you can get it all done,
Yep.
So I really think the transparency of being able to share that message is important because right now we have a lot of people who have lost their jobs that they've had for 20 something years, and that was their identity,
Yeah.
and now they don't know what to do, or moms who were able to stay at home, but because of income changes now they have to go to work, so
Mhm.
now they have to figure out their identity. So much value and weight we place on our identity around things that are outside of our control. We
Yeah.
can't control if we work for an employer. We can't control the state of the world. We can't control anything outside of what we do
Yep.
or say. So I really like to help empower people to recognize that, The control you have is great. It's just a matter of reframing how you're looking at things from a different perspective so that you can empower yourself to be able to be the best version of yourself, regardless of what you face every day.
Yeah. I love it. I love your message, and it's just really so important. And I've had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with you, and I just love your presence. I love the way you show up real, and I know that your clients that you work with really get a lot of value out of working with you. And it's going to be so cool to have you. We get to talk for 45 minutes. We get to share,
Yeah,
and people who get to come to the summit. Get the opportunity to learn from all of us, and just
absolutely.
it's going to be so cool. Yeah, and a lot of the people on this summit, and 15 amazing speakers. It's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta get my notebook ready because
That's
I am
right.
always taking notes.
That's
Okay,
right. I'm gonna be
so I'm
learning.
excited. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
excited for that. Yeah.
Yep. Me too.
Hmm.
Well, very cool. I'm very glad you showed up today, and that we had a chance to talk about this a little bit. And I just wanted to remind everybody, just in case you haven't heard, this is a free. Let me remind you, free summit. There's no strings attached. You get the opportunity to learn from 15 amazing people. You're going to join the people that are in my network, and I get to share with you their amazing talents, gifts, and passions for the things they do in this world. You're going to have the opportunity to spend a lot of time over 5 days. I'm going to drop the links again. If you haven't registered, register. If you can't make it, don't worry about it. You will have an opportunity to purchase the entire event if you want to after the event. And so don't miss this. This is going to be really powerful. We're going to just give it all, and we're going to show up, and we're going to just enjoy ourselves. I'm really excited.
Love it. And I would encourage them, ask questions.
Hmm.
So many times people wait till the day of, and, there's so much technical things that could be going on. You might not be able to see the comments or
Yep.
whatever. So ask your questions ahead of time so
Yep.
we can really serve you in a way that's going to be effective.
Yep, that sounds wonderful. So
Hmm.
I've been bringing all of these speakers on, and at the end, I've just been asking everyone to share one piece of wisdom or something that you would leave with the audience going forward today.
I would say connect with people that share your vision about things. Um, I've learned that I'm evolving on a regular basis because I connect with people that stretch me out of my comfort zone. So when I say connect with the vision, when you are focused on a goal, it's not always the outcome that you're used to or the method or roadmap that you're used to taking. When you connect with someone organically, you're both stretching out of your comfort zone. So you leave room for new opportunities, new outcomes, and, just be open. It's the beginning of the year. A lot of people have some grandiose goals. And a lot of times we stop ourselves from accomplishing them because we cower down, get back into the familiar way of always doing things, and we're never really open to embrace new opportunities and ways that we can connect with people. So get rid of the mindset of being focused on the outcomes, but just think about connecting on the right vision or the right goal and being who you are and being authentic and bringing 100% to the table as the person is that you're connecting with, and you'll see some miraculous, mind blowing things take place, such
Yep.
as the summit that we
Yep.
are just really looking forward to.
Yep. I love that. It's so great. And
Hmm.
you're such a great role model for that. And I know
Oh,
pretty much everyone I've talked to, they feel that way. And so I know you're doing it right. And I
oh,
know we're all honored to know you and to be around you. And so, yeah, it's great.
thank you so much.
You're
I need
welcome.
to put that on rewind so I can let my kids hear it.
Yeah.
'Cause they're like, hey, they got a different version. Okay.
That was great. That was perfect. I mean, come on, you couldn't have said that any better. That was great. Yeah, that's funny. Well, great.
Mhm.
Well, Lachelle, thanks so much for showing up today. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So,
Me too.
yeah.
So I'll see you next week.
Sounds great. Have a wonderful day.
All right, you too.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.